There she goes. There she goes. Gone forever. Plates off the back too. Alright, Valentina and I are getting back on the road to continue our journey to where we were headed. We are still 451 miles away, and I've been staying here for a couple of days, and you just watched my van get towed away for the last time. And now we are going to go have fun in the Trailblazer. It is an older Trailblazer, but you know what? It's pretty cool. I like it. And it also, because it's old, I like older vehicles because they're a lot easier to work on by yourself. If you get into a bind, they're a lot easier to diagnose and try and figure things out. My van, not so much, just because simply where the engine placement was is a very complicated place to work on your van. But we're gonna get on the road and I'll check in with you guys later. Alright, we're back on the road. We just got back onto the highway. 439 miles remaining.
We have bombs that are like way more powerful than this.
So, same thing as the camper van. I'm able to keep my Starlink up in the front windshield. Doesn't obstruct my view. I can still see everything above it. And here's the cool thing about this Trailblazer that my van didn't have. Cruise control, finally. Look at that. And we got the GPS down here. I am gonna get another phone mount for the EC vent for this. I'm gonna get like a MagSafe phone mount for the vent so my GPS can go there. Because I'm sure you noticed I don't have CarPlay in the Trailblazer like I did in the van. You can actually see a dust storm out in the distance, just to the right of that statue in front of us. It's super windy, but there's a dust storm. We saw tumbleweeds driving. Holy smokes, this is really cool. Valentina. Beware of poisonous snakes. Let's see what we got here. Lots of restaurants here. I want to go in and check it out. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got a whole grocery store. This is as close as I'm gonna ever get to one of these things, so might as well get one when we can't fight. Post is. Alright, so I got some cookies and cream fudge to go, and This is that place I saw at the highway. So they were out of buffalo or bison burger. She said they're out of that right now, so I couldn't get that. But they do have the owl's burger, so I did that and added Swiss cheese and mushrooms. Pretty cool menu. So many options to choose from. Got my food right here, and basically I'm going to pull off into a spot with that nice view over there and drink my soda. I picked out root beer. Out of all the ones that they had, I went with root beer because can't go wrong with root beer. I didn't know if I was gonna like some of the other ones, and I wanted something to enjoy my food with, but I could have eaten inside. It wasn't really that busy in there. Could have sat at a table, which I'm sure I'll do sometimes. I left my vehicle running with the AC for Valentina, but I didn't want Valentina to be out here by herself for a long time while I sat in there and ate, especially on our first night out here. So I decided to go ahead and get it to go, and then come out here, find a quiet place to park, and then, which actually I'm thinking about pulling across the street right here. Take a look at it. Ooh, wow, that looks pretty good. And I got mashed potatoes and country gravy with burger and Swiss cheese and mushrooms.
While hiding behind their own people, themselves for complete and total economic.
Alright, we just got to a rest stop here in South Dakota, and it is really windy out. Like, we're talking like around, I think, 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 30-mile-per-hour sustained winds. I mean, look at those flags right there. And the light poles.
By the time kids reach,
Alright, we just woke up. It is currently 5 in the morning, and we have, it looks like, an hour and 13 minutes to drive. We're trying to get to where we're going a little bit before sunset, and there will be a reason for that later. We'd like to see sunset at this cool place, and hopefully we'll see a lot of wildlife today, besides just Valentina back there eating her treat. So anyways, we're gonna get on the road. Just arrived in the Black Hills, South Dakota. One of the many places I'll be exploring in the Dakotas territory, and basically we're just waiting for the sun to come up. It's 5:51, got here a little bit early, and in the meantime I'm gonna sit here and watch a Deadwood documentary, because that's one of the cool towns I'll be going to. But I'm gonna run inside this convenience store here and see if they have any breakfast or anything like that. Went in and talked to the guy for a bit, got some good information, and I bought myself breakfast of champions, a single beef stick, because they didn't have breakfast in there. They didn't even have any kind of prepared food, which is shocking because this is kind of like a touristy exit, but not so much touristy. There's a few gas stations, but that one's not open, and this one I don't think's open either. So anyways, I'm gonna eat my beef stick and look at my map and see which access point I want to go in first. Two-wheel drive activated. We are here at Badlands National Park, and we are on a dirt road trail that runs through the park and the grasslands. And I am so glad I got a Trailblazer to do this and not a bouncy two-wheel drive van. But out here in the distance, let's zoom in, all the way out there, right now we have wild buffalo, bison are roaming. They're kind of a distance away, but when I drive through here later, I'm gonna come through once it's midday. Maybe they'll be a little bit closer camera range. Still kind of far away. He's staring right at me. That guy is huge. Look how big he is. Valentina's gonna get to go see the bison. Got more bison on the side of the road here. There's actually a pretty good amount of them in that herd. They're all over the place out here. They're all the way out there in front of us. They're all over the place. Look at Valentina's ears. She's looking at them. I can't let her out right now because I'm afraid that she might try and go after the bison. Getting closer and closer to the road. They're not afraid of people. I mean, why would you be when you're almost weigh a ton? With the snow, this is beautiful. pretty cool. This is the third herd of bison that we've come across so far, and I'm only about 4 miles onto this road. There's a bunch of them. They were just closer to the road a minute ago. I got some video of it. They're pretty cool. I like bison. They're just quiet and just chill. That one in the middle is giving me the side eye. The horns. He's their king. Alright, so right now, there's the herd of buffalo we were just looking at. Right now we are at the famous Roberts Prairie Dog Town, which is basically anywhere in here. And I have a feeling that they're probably burrowed in their holes right now because it is absolutely freezing out here and snowing. And I don't see any prairie dogs. We did see a couple before we got here. Not here though, they were like over there. No prairie dogs. We'll have to come back when it's nice and sunny out. I have a feeling that's when they're usually out.